Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here coming at you. Want to do a quick big shout out to Bob. Bob, thank you for the brake stays. He made both of these brake stays right here. Good quality aluminum. He engraved them 102. The top one is the factory length for the KE 102 build, and the bottom one is a prototype, which actually changes the angle of the brakes. And the reason for that is we're going to be changing over to cable on this bike. So this right here might end up being the one that goes on it. We're not sure until we try them both out. So we'll be doing a video on these, and I just want to do a shout out and show you guys what they are first. But we are going to be making a video. These are made by my friend Bob, and he sells them for about 30 bucks. And so pretty cool. So thank you again, Bob. And I'll be doing another video on this when I go to install them. Thanks again. Alright guys, now here's what I got from John. I met John the other day. He's what do you call it, they hooked me up with a couple of KE 102s. I did not have my trailer, so I wasn't able to put these bikes work all together. I had to take them apart to put them in the car, so I have to put them back together later on. But I got two Kawasaki KE 100s, obviously 70s, G5s. So the patent on this one is the one down, neutral, and up, and then the other one is older, and that has the one down, I'm sorry, neutral down, and the rest up. So that's an older one. But the brake stay arm that I got from Bob is actually, see this bent rod right here? That's the brake stay. It goes to the bottom of your brake assembly to the bottom mount right there. And that's steel. It's just a nicer one that I got from Bob. So it's nice, it's lightweight, and it's gonna work pretty cool. So we picked up these bikes right here. They got some, you know, some street tires. You can see the cracking in them. No big deal. We're not gonna use those anyway. The knobbies are nice. If they're a decent one, I might put them back on this bike right here. We got some parts and pieces. One of it being a metal rack, which is pretty cool. There was some parts and pieces in a box I just went through real quick. Got some bolts, a couple of bolt bins, air filter assembly cover, a brand new chain right here, and I don't know what that is right there, so I'm gonna pause it for a second, open it up. Okay, got the bag opened up. So it's got a brand new front sprocket, a brand new rear sprocket. So I got two new sprockets and a chain for the bike. Looks pretty cool. Brand new petcock, spark plug, fork seals, and ignition points and condenser. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. And then I got the this right here is the this is not new. This is the one that came off the bike, but it's one of the automatic oilers. I think you can barely see it right there. Yep, oiler, some exhaust ring, and cool. So we got some pretty cool things. Big shout out to John. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I can't wait to get these bikes up and going. And what do you call it there? See where they take us. So. Yep, these have the other style, clamp style tanks. This tank right here is dented up a little bit, but for what it's going to be used for, it's going to be perfect. So we got the tires, knobbies, all kinds of stuff. I had to take the shocks off them, like I said. I got 4 shocks right there. Just had to, it was pouring out. Had to do what we had to do. So kind of excited about it though. There was a seat, some other stuff. So we have the seat right here, the exhaust, the headlight, air filter foam, goes around the cage, side covers in there, the rear fender, missing the carburetor, but that's alright, we have carbs. So we got some cool stuff, Okay, I'll just pull this one out of the back. Yeah, this is the first look on these. Like I said, I had to take apart the handlebars. I had to take it all apart just to get them in the back of the car. It was kind of crazy, kind of nuts, but I did it. on my couple of KEs. This one right here is a real nice one. This one's all complete. It's got some electrical issues with it, but nothing dramatic. You know, looks like they tried splicing some other stuff in there together. It's got the old style electrical, and it looks like they might have put a newer style ignition into it. But that's all easy stuff to fix. So this one right here, it's missing the plug. Goes in there, which is very important to have. The motor's turnover. Sounds kind of, this one right here sounds like it's got a bearing growl to it, but we'll figure it all out. We always do on this channel. And we'll build something out of it, right? So, Captain K! So, I think I'd do a first look, show you guys what we're looking at and what we got. I haven't even opened up the seat. I got the keys to this one. The other one, there was no keys to it, but that's okay. So we got the shocks, the side cover for the points. This is an extra side cover. I don't know what it came off of, what, you know, the guy must have had some other parts at some point, because this doesn't fit either one of these bikes. But it is for a KE or a Trail Boss 100, one of the two. But it's just some extra parts. And then there's one of the whole rear pieces for this bike, I believe. Oh yeah, you can see the teeth on it. That's what they were replacing. And this is the 40 tooth. So that sprocket's wiped right out. That one's not too far behind it. So got a lot of parts. Headlight bucket. This I pulled off this frame right here for the light mount assembly. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We're gonna have some fun building these bikes. I like, that's not supposed to be bent like that, but it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna change it, leave it the way it is. So I think this bike right here is gonna be the runner of the two, and then we'll go from there to check it all out. I wonder if how much work it's gonna be to get that side cover off. That wasn't bad at all. So we got the carburetor off, the throttle. I wonder how bad it is inside. It moves. Right here's the problem with this bike. This is why the engine has a growl. Right there, right off the bat. This engine sounds horrible. That right there, I'm glad this bike had this. This right here is the reason why this bike had problems. Right there. This tube right here is your automatic oiler. Your oil tube comes in. See if I can move this stuff out of the way. From right here, it goes into the oil, comes out of the oil, and goes over to this check valve, also called a banjo fitting. If this tube is not in that grommet, that's what happens, people. Right there, that is what happens, and this engine was starving for oil. So, I bet you that this engine's gonna have damage in the cylinder from lack of oil, or they had to mix it because of that. So there you go, there's the problem with this motor right off the bat. Boom. Eagle eye, right there. Tube comes up, it's supposed to go into, you see a hole right there in the grommet? It slides into the grommet and it's supposed to be up. Once like that, yeah, they pinched it right clear off. So once they tightened up the side cover, they sealed the fate of this motor. So I can only imagine what that cylinder's gonna look like. I gotta pull the head off. I gotta check that out. I'll pull that off a little later. But yeah, I want to see what that cylinder's gonna look like. Because the bike sounds, that doesn't sound too bad. But we'll find out when we get into it. So yeah, that's bod. That's Bodman. I wonder if this one has the tube, or if it's been taken off. Yeah, it's missing. They took it right clear off. That's alright, we'll put another one on it. We've got them. So at least we know what the problem is with this motor right off the bat. That's bad. That can't be like that. So we got, I wonder how bad the tank is. I'm sure the tank is junk. Oh yeah, tank's fried. Tank is fried. But once again, that's okay, because we have tanks. That's why I keep my tanks, people, because I pick these up all the time and I need them. So let's see here. I wonder if the key works in the seat. 413 key. Beautiful. Oh, it's all there. Yep, right here. Newer ignition, a newer charging system. So they tried putting a newer motor on this thing. I see what they did. They went a little backwards with it. So that's what explains all the wiring up under here. Yep, that's what they did. They put a new, this engine right here is newer than the bike, and they changed it all over. So that's alright. We can work with that. So I just figured I'd show you guys, give you guys a first look. We'll look it over together and go from there. It's got some pretty cool stuff on it. It's got some really nice lights. I don't know what this bike right here. This is from another bike. This ain't even from a Kawasaki. It's got a weird system to it. Those are Honda lights or some other lights. I don't see that plate before. Definitely off of a different bike. I don't know what bike, but it's off of a different bike. That was in all the stuff he gave me with it. So cool. So I'm gonna throw this. While we get that apart, let's go take a look at the exhaust on the other one. Okay. So we got the rear tail, yeah. So it's the same rear fender. The foam air filter. And the muffler. Right here, exhaust. That looks like KE 100. Not the style though, but alright, well, take a look. We'll keep going. Yep, it's the 100 part of that. Okay, it is this one. Alright, making sure. There's some of those pipes look awfully identical. Sorry about the shakiness in the video. Got the headlight assembly right there. The skid plate, the cables. The seat. The seat. K100 side cover, throttle cable, and all that jazz. Cool. Alright, and we got a light fixture right here. Alright, cool. Pretty nifty, eh? Yeah? Alright, cool beans. And look at that, my bag of candy right there. I have some yum-yums. There we go. 1 down, 4 up. G5E. Got the whole exhaust tip on it and everything, so this is pretty cool. It's gonna work out great. Now once again, if you want to see the shifting pattern on these KEs, I'll show you. See this motor right here? Okay, I want to show you guys something. Look right there, see right in this area right here? There is nothing. Okay, there is nothing. Then we go over to the shifter side. You look down, it says 1 down, neutral, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cover did not go to this bike. This cover did. See where neutral is all the way down bottom, then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I showed you guys this once before in my video. This cover came off this bike. This cover came off of a newer bike, like this one. Now if you look, same spot as the other one. Let me move this brake piece out of the way. Do you see that nut? Right there, that bolt? Okay. This bolt right there is for the shifting. So this motor right here has 1 down, 1 neutral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where this one right here doesn't have the nut, the bolt. So this is an older one. What year is this bad boy? Let's see. This one's 1976. 7 of 76. So this one's 1976. This one's as old as my green KM100 there. I showed you guys. And then on this side over here, which year is this one? I can't see it. Hold on one second. See if I can move the bike. Okay, this one is 1979. So that is the difference between the two of them. Just a couple years difference. Nothing dramatic. Nothing to write home about. So this one actually looks like it has a toolbox door on it. So I'll check that out after. So anyway, guys, I just figured I'd do a first look, show you guys, hang out with you for a few minutes, take a look at the loot of what we got. We'll be doing some videos on these throughout the year, throughout the season, and we got a lot of bikes coming up, a lot of stuff to do. I have a lead on an old triple that's been out in the woods for about 20 years. So I can't wait to check that out in a couple weeks. Hopefully the snow don't get to it first. It's an old 2-stroke triple, and it's been laying on its side. So I can't wait to check that out. Once again, John, thank you for these awesome bikes. I can't wait to do more repairs work on them. I want to hear this thing run. Now it's got that oil problem. I want to take that head off. We're going to be doing that. We'll get rid of that tank, swap a new tank on it, and then this bike right here will be up and going. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and just trying to iron everything out to get to that point so we can do them. We're going to be doing videos on how to polish aluminum to make this almost like chrome, so you can see a reflection on it. So we're going to be doing videos on polishing. We got some older shocks right here, and we happen to have a new seal kit in the loot of stuff here. Where are you? Right here. So we're going to be using the seals. I already did a video on how to repair the newer shocks, so we're going to be doing one on the older shocks. So that's going to be coming up. What do you call it there? We got the KE102 build. We got to get cracking on ordering some parts for the new Suzuki 250 Hustler build that we're going to be doing, the cafe racing bike. That's going to be a beautiful, awesome bike. I can't wait to get that done and raffle it off. We have a lot of stuff coming up, guys. So thank you guys for bearing with me, guys. 1,036 subscribers, I think it was last time I checked. That's awesome. I'm waiting for YouTube to what do you call it there, allow me to do my monetizing on the channel, so we can get start making some revenue that we can turn back into these bikes and start building bikes and just keep doing what we're doing. So we got a lot of stuff. So thank you guys for all your support. We have the KE102 build, the Suzuki Hustler, and we have a lot of little videos that are going to be in between there, like how-to videos, like how to polish. We're going to be doing, we got to build a trophy. We're going to do a, what do you call it there? We hit over 1,000, so we're going to build a cool little trophy that we're going to be giving away. We're going to be doing videos on the shocks, how to do those. Brakes, we have all kinds of stuff. Brake talk, more carb talk videos, performance videos, and throughout the winter, I think around Christmas time, we're going to start learning about designing a CDI ignition. I get a lot of you guys asking me about CDI, and a lot of you guys want these for your bikes, and the problem is they're hard to find for the Kawasaki's. So I'm going to be doing a series on building. We're actually going to build a CDI ignition for these bikes. And the hard thing is we're going to try doing it in 6 volt and 12 volt. So that's going to be the challenge, but I'm up for it. And as a professional mechanic, I know we can knock it out of the park. So stay tuned for those. Guys, thank you for your comments. Thank you for all your support on these videos, and it's actually it's making me want to do more on these bikes and take these bikes to a whole new level. I get the support from Bob, who's making some awesome products. You know, these brake stays, which I'm going to show you where these go right here. I tried showing to you in the back, but I don't think it did it any justice. But the brake stay, the reason why I went with aluminum and not steel is I'm trying to make the bike lighter. But you can see right here how it's got this big metal rod right here. It goes from the bottom of the brakes right here with this bolt and goes all the way up to the frame. This right here is going to be in its place, and it's going to bolt right there, and you can see right here it's factory length. It's factory. So this ain't the KE102, this is the KE100, but the bike I'm building is basically the same thing, and that's where it's going to go. And so it's pretty cool. Thank you, Bob, for all your support with these awesome, amazing parts. And Bob is an engineer, basically, and that's what he does. He builds parts, and he's doing a ton of stuff. I've seen some of his bikes. He's got some beautiful bikes, and I actually can't wait to meet him over the summer, because we might have to go for a ride. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to see if we can get some KE100s or something over the summer. Maybe some of my YouTubers, we can get together and do a little ride. I don't know, we'll see what we can do. So that's the plan anyway. I met a lot of my YouTubers, and it's really awesome meeting you guys and hearing your feedback, and thank you for all your support with the channel. This is I didn't think it was ever going to be like this when I started this channel. And a special thank you to my son Michael Bergeron. He's the one who actually got me started in this, because I wasn't going to do a YouTube channel. And my son Michael says to me, he says, "Dad, there's nobody doing these bikes on YouTube." So he grabbed this Apple phone, and which I can't stand Apple, I'm a Samsung guy, but whatever. And he showed me, he's like, "Dad, there's nothing on here." So I said, "Well, I'm doing some videos, let's see how it goes, and we'll see if we can have some fun doing it." So sure enough, I'm having a blast, and support I've gotten has just driven me to do way more than I could ever thought doing these. I would have made that 12 volt conversion or the CDI conversion and never shared it with the world. And now that I'm sharing it, these bikes are coming out of the basements, they're coming out of the sheds, they're coming out of the barns, and people are working on them again. And they're a beautiful bike. They're 2-strokes. They're not the most powerful bikes. They're only 11 horse, but we're going to fix that. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Kevin, how much do these bikes go for?" Well, on average, you can get a good running one with all the lights for about $700 to $800. A lot of people are trying to sell them for $1,200. It's not a $1,200 bike. I don't care what the book says. But make it your own. Enjoy the bike. Ride it till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? So that's what we do on this channel. We build each other up and get it going. I just noticed something else. This bike has an aluminum jug, where the other one is cast iron. So that is definitely newer. You can definitely tell. See, that's cast iron. That's aluminum in them, which means there might be damage to that because of that oil line being crimped, cut off. So we don't want that. We want the we're gonna have that oil flowing. We're gonna pop the head off, and probably do a video later on that right there. I'm gonna put this bike back together, get it back to a rolling chassis so we can put it away, and do all that type of stuff, just boring stuff, sliding stuff back together and stuff. So I'm gonna get all that back together, and then we'll do more videos on it and get this thing up and going. But once again, I just want to do a shout out to you guys. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everything you guys are doing, your comments, your questions. They're all very much needed and wanted. So, and remember, there is no such thing as a stupid question. Okay? You might get a stupid answer, but it's not a stupid question, because it's all a learning curve. Most people don't understand how these rotary valve 2-strokes go, and that's what we do on this channel. And for all you new people who are new to the channel, I do videos on building these things, putting them together, modifying them, tricking them out. That's what we're going to be doing. So, and we're going to grow this channel into something huge, and we're going to do it together. That's why I want to get you guys involved in doing the 250 Hustler. When I start doing those videos, I'm going to be asking you guys to help me come up with it. We're going to be doing digital gauges, LEDs. I'm going to have you guys help me pick out the seat, have you guys help me pick out the directionals. You guys are going to be the ones building this. This is going to be built, the Suzuki 250 Hustler is going to be built for a purpose, for a cause. And it's going to be going to a special rider who I am going to be dropping it off personally to that person. So and we will possibly, if we can get a ride in on that, that would be great. So take a couple of bikes down and we'll go for a ride on it, and we'll just keep going from there, keep building this channel. So thank you guys for all your support. Have a good day.